Hello and welcome to Old Lady Plays. I'm Kate, the old lady, and this is ASLOK 35, a scenario pack for ASL, an overview. And this is just going to be a very short video looking at some of the stuff that came in this pack. I'm going to do a much longer review later, where I look at the scenarios individually and you know, sort of look at and the maps in more depth and so on. I'm just going to give you a quick sort of shot of how it looks and talk about what the pack is. So let's get into it. This is the cover. It's action pack number 17, and as it points out, it has 2 new maps and 16 new scenarios. And what you'll notice is that it has the symbol for the US and Japan, but it also has the South Korean flag, the North Korean flag, the Communist Chinese star, the Greek emblem for their units, and the 1st Cavalry Division's emblem. So yeah, it's interesting that this is a pack that is focused on the 1st Cavalry Division, and it's fighting in the end of the Second World War and through the first 18 months of the Korean War. And most of the scenarios are from the Korean War, and let's have a peek at some of those now. They are terrific scenarios. I'm really impressed with them. I think there's 3 scenarios maybe from the World War II, and the rest are largely from Korea. So yeah, it's really interesting, and I'm looking forward to getting into the scenarios and looking at them in more depth. But I just wanted to show you roughly something of what they look like and some of the scenario names and stuff like that. There will be more later. The reason that I have this is because of the lovely fellow who runs Tatanac Games. He sent me a review copy of this, and I will be buying things from him in the future. He is Canadian, has good rates for Canadian shipping, and a good selection. So it would be great if you felt like buying something and you're Canadian. Give him an email and see whether or not he can beat the price. He's a good guy, and I'm supporting him, not because he sent me a scenario pack. I'm not that cheap, but because I believe in what he's doing. So he doesn't have a website up yet, but he's working on it, and by all means, give him an email. So these are the 2 maps that we got with this game. This is half of one of them. These are designed by Don Petros and Tom Rapetti, and then realized by Charlie Kibler, as usual, with the wonderful art that he always provides. Yeah, just a wild map. I mean, high hills and gullies and depressions and crags and kunai and all kinds of stuff here. Although, of course, it doesn't have to be just a Pacific map, but as a Pacific map, it's quite a map. It's gonna be really interesting to see how this one plays. So let's have a look at the other map. This one has a great little village. And I'll admit, one of the first things I thought when I looked at this was, wow, that'd make a great village for a D&D game. But that just shows you my mind's not entirely on the on ASL these days. But that's okay. Anyway, this is one of the 2 maps that are included in the pack. They're not mounted, but they are good quality, really heavy, good quality cardboard, and I'm looking forward to using them. They will fit in nicely with my collection of maps, which is quite extensive. These are maps 87, which is the one with the village, and 88, which is the one with all the hills. So yeah, I'm This is a really interesting pack. I'm really glad to have it. I'm looking forward to playing some of it. Probably on the channel sometime. I'm thinking ahead here, probably in April. Yes, so that's when we can expect that. Scenarios designed here by Kevin Meyer and Pete Schilling. And a whole bunch of other credits that we don't really need to go into deeply, but yeah, this looks like a really great pack, and I'm really looking forward to getting into it. So thank you very much to Tatanac Games for the scenario pack. Do give them a shout out if you're interested in buying games in Canada, because we all know how difficult that can be and how expensive. Tatanac has good rates, so give them a shot. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I appreciate your time. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and take care.